Welcome to sportsbookreview.com. I'm Flash, and this is your home of Japanese and South Korean baseball. That's the KBO and the NPB. We're going to have Jason with me in a short while. But first of all, if you like this video, then please subscribe, press the button and ring the bell. You ring the bell means that we can notify you and you'll never miss any content again. Also on the link in the description, you press that. That will take you to Jay's articles. Also, there'll be other articles over there on other sports by other writers. So go and enjoy it. But please remember, put your thumbs up if you appreciate Jay's hard work. And obviously I do a little bit just to help him on his way. Jay, first of all, I loved yesterday that the Wiz under 4.5. And then the LG Twins win at -140. And just to throw a little bit of 3-0 in there, we went under 10 and it was under 10 as well.
Yeah, that was a really fun game in the morning. Actually, a lot of rain that came down around the 7th inning. So I thought maybe that game would get, suspended or something, but they were able to play through it. A lot of crazy action with the Dinos losing to the Lati Giants, which was a crazy 10-8 game. How the heck did the Giants score 10 runs against the Dinos in that game? A little while there, the Dinos bullpen's been really bad. So who would have thought that would have happened? So it's just been crazy all around. But an interesting morning and a fun morning, to say the least.
Yeah, the other thing is I look at is the Klwoom Heroes. Are they like 12 in a row?
It's like 12 or 13 at this point, yeah.
That's crazy. And they're only like 1 or 2 games behind the Dinos now. I know the Dinos have got a few games in hand because they lost them through the weather. Okay, let's just kick straight off then into the KBO. And we're going to start off with the Eagles and the Tigers.
Yeah, so this game got rained out, obviously. And we're going to have the same pitching matchup in this one. So it's what we talked about yesterday. It's going to be Jang Shi-hwan against Ki Young. We had Kia at -1.5 yesterday. Well, now the odds got a little bit more dicey. We got them at +100 at -1.5. Now it's at -130. So I'm not making this an official play anymore. There's no point to do this. I actually have something else in store later on in the show that people are going to like a little bit more.
Oh, go on then. Starting to tease us, Jay. I'm liking it.
Yeah, so it's going to be a parlay with another game we're going to talk about. So Kia will be a parlay piece. I also like the over 9 in this matchup. It's Kia. They do perform really well at home, and I think that they'll be able to score enough runs against Jang Shi-hwan in this one. So I'd lean towards over. Kia is going to be a parlay piece for another game that we're going to talk about in a bit.
Okay, I like that. I like it. You're just mixing it up a little bit, keeping us on our toes. Now, the Wiz and the Twins, we went 3-0 with the Twins yesterday, and obviously the Wiz going under 4.5. How are we going today?
Yeah, we're going to not touch this game at all. Again, we have the LG Twins. Their offense has just been so bad recently. They're able to score enough runs and get a walk-off win this morning. But again, it's just like they should be a lot better in terms of hitting, but they've lost 3 bats. Roberto Ramos has been slumping. He's their best hitter, their best bat. So it's really hard to figure out what the LG Twins are all about every single day. So, yeah, I'm going to lean towards KT +105 on the road. We have Bae Jae Song on the mound for KT. He's one of the better pitchers going for KT. If you take away their import pitchers, he's probably their best local pitcher on that team. He has a 3.91 ERA and a 5.25 FIP. Go up against Cha Woo Chen of LG. He's got a 4.9 ERA and then a 4.84 FIP. I like over KT 4.5 in this one as a lean as well. Yeah, we went under 4.5. Now we're going to go over 4.5 for the KT. Cha Woo Chen has struggled, and he struggled in his first outing against KT. He'll likely struggle in this one as well. So I like KT as a lean at +105 and over 4.5 for team total.
Okay, that's always nice when you switch under. Yesterday, we're going over today. Now, the Lottie Giants versus the NC Dinos. The Dinos sitting at the top, but the chasing pack, they're closing the gap.
Yeah, that was the most embarrassing performance we've seen in the KBO this season. The Giants put up 10 runs on the road against the Dinos. The Dinos bullpen has been really shaky and really bad recently. Wright left the game early. Mike Wright left the game early, and that was the end of the entire game when the Dinos bullpen came in. But now we have Koo Chang Mo on the mound, who's the best pitcher in the KBO. He's got a 1.37 ERA and a 2.44 FIP, a .76 WHIP, 65 strikeouts and just 12 walks on the season. So of course, Chang-Mo has been really solid, but he did struggle in his last outing. We kind of figured out that he was human, I guess. That was really what it came down to. But no, he's been really good, and I don't think that he'll struggle much against the Giants, who the Giants have not been good on the road. They've not been good at hitting the ball. And really, they just hit against the bullpen. And Fu Chang-Mo, he's went deep in most games, 6-7 innings, has went 8 innings in a start. So I would expect Fu Chang-Mo to go 7 innings. The bullpen won't really be needed in this one. So the Dinos minus 1.5 is minus 165 now with the juice, which is a little high at this point. So that's a lean for me as well. Also leaning towards over 9.5. You could also lean towards under Lati 3.5 in their total. You could also lean over NC in their team total, which also hit this morning as well. But I like Kia and the Dinos as a parlay piece. That's going to be my parlay. Will be the Dinos and Kia just on the money line at minus 125, which is pretty solid for two teams that should really destroy these two games. So yeah, Dinos and Kia minus 125 as a parlay, as an official play. And I might even put a couple more units on this one because I'm just that confident.
Jay, you want to calm yourself down a little bit. I'm going to need a little bit more ink in my pen. So we've got the Giants under 3.5. We're going with the Dinos over. We're going with the Dinos minus 1.5, minus 155. And we're going to go over the 9.5 as well total. All right, let me calm myself down a little bit because we've got the Wyverns and the Lions. We said under 9.5 yesterday. It cruised under 9.5.
Yeah, that's just how these two teams are playing. Not too much offense going on, especially with Samsung without Saladino, who's one of their better bats in that lineup. And this one's an interesting matchup because we have Moon Seung-Wan of SK Wyverns. I always talk about him every single time on the show, how great he is. Moon Seung-Wan, I'll say it again, he's been so good. He's allowed just 5 runs in his last 4 starts and 32.1 innings pitched. Nobody talks about him because he's on SK Wyverns. It's understandable, but he's been that good. David Buchanan's on the mound for Samsung. He's been really good this year. He's 5-3 on the season, has a 4.53 ERA and a 5.15 FIP. He struggled really badly against Hanwha in his last outing. He allowed like 8 runs in that outing, 12 hits, was really poor in that 6 innings against Hanwha. So I'm going to have to go with a crazy play here. This is something I don't normally do, but it's fun. The SK Wyverns plus 1.5 in the first 5 innings at minus 182. Again, Moon Seung-Wan has allowed just 5 runs in his last 4 starts. So we're banking on him having another solid start. We're already starting with the Wyverns at plus 1.5. And if Buchanan has another bad day, Wyverns already take the lead. If Buchanan pitches well, Wyverns are already in the lead because they have plus 1.5. So SK Wyverns plus 1.5 in the first 5 innings. It's a little high in the juice, minus 182, but still think it'll cash.
What's the money line on the Wyverns?
The Wyverns are, I'll check right now, I don't have it.
Sorry to throw you under the bus. But they're not going to be the favourites, are they?
No, definitely not.
I mean, is a value going with a dog here? Sorry?
They're plus 133.
See, I mean, would you put anyone off going with the plus 133?
The thing is, the SK Wyverns are 6-19 on the road, and David Buchanan has pitched really well as of late, which is a little scary. He pitched really bad against Hanwha in his last outing, but potentially there's potential to bounce back. I just think that this could be if you're going to look at anything else other than that, maybe under in the first 5 innings for both of these teams, taking the under, like what is it, probably around 4.5 in the first 5. You could look at that as well. If you think Buchanan's going to have a good night, and if he does, then great, then that will hit as well. But yeah. I do think this will be a close game, low-scoring game, especially in the first 5 innings, and you get that plus 1.5 with SK.
That's it. Well, all we can do is throw out the ingredients, and other people, they'll make their own cake. I mean, listen, like yesterday, you gave them the plus 190. They lose by 1, but a lot of people will look at that and gone, I don't want to take the plus 190, but I will take a plus 1.5, and it comes out a ready winner for them. Now, the Bears and the Heroes. Heroes are the form team in South Korea. They are now 12-0 in their last 12 games. And the Doosan Bears, well, you just never know what you're getting from them.
Yeah, Kiwoom is surging right now. They've won 12 of their last 13. And Hyun, he's got 38 strikeouts and just 12 walks on the season as a 4.38 ERA and a 3.72 FIP. So that's really good with a 3.72 FIP. When we talk about import pitchers and their FIPs and their ERA, the good ones have around a 3 FIP, and he's at 3.72, which means he's been really good this season. Going up against Lee Young Ha of Doosan, he has a 6.29 ERA, but just a 4.6 FIP. So his ERA is a lot worse than he has performed throughout the season. But Kiwoom, their offense has been surging. They've been red hot. And Doosan's pitching hasn't been great as of late, especially Lee Young Ha. So I would lean towards Kiwoom minus 132. I'd also lean towards over 10.5. But again, this matchup is just a kind of a matchup just to sit back and enjoy on ESPN because yeah, this entire matchup from Tuesday to Thursday is going to be impossible to figure out with these two teams. So I'm basically just going to be sitting back watching, doing some homework on these teams for the weekend series.
Yeah, and it's great that it's on ESPN as well because that gives a lot of people a little bit of their baseball fix. They've been absolutely starving over the last few months. Now let's go to the Pacific Division, and remember they play 6-game series. MPB, Pacific, and we're going to start off, listen to me, Jay, we're going to start with the Fighters and the Hawks.
Awesome. So this is a game where between Nick Martinez, who was in the MLB for a little bit of time, now he's back in the MPB, going up against Shuda Ishikawa of the South Bank Hawks. I don't have an official play on this game. I'm going to lean towards South Bank Hawks at around minus 125, also lean towards over 8 in this matchup. Ishikawa of SoftBank just went 3.2 innings in his last start, in his first start of the season, allowed 6 hits, 6 runs, 1 home run, just 1 strikeout and 2 walks, so he was pretty bad. If you look at his ERA right now, it's sitting at a 14.73. But if you look at his career numbers, he has a 3.60 ERA in 2018. He went 13-6, 21-9 in his career, which means he's been pretty solid. Didn't have any stats in 2019, only played 2 games, so I'm assuming he was injured. Looks like he's healthy now, or maybe not after that ERA. But yeah, who knows with him? That's just, he had a 2.18 whip in that first game. But going up against Nick Martinez, though, Nick Martinez wasn't too great himself for Nippon Fighters. He went 5 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, 2 home runs, 2 walks, and had 7 strikeouts. So he had his strikeout numbers, which were good, but still allowed those 4 runs. Yeah, it's tough with Martinez, but at the end of the day, Nippon, they're hitting just 205 this season, which is one of the worst. It is the worst in Pacific, the second worst in the MPB. Nippon, they're not hitting the ball at all. So I'd have to go SoftBank here. It's still a tough matchup. I like the over 8 as lean as well. But again, these two teams, both these pitchers have been really shaky to start the season. Doesn't match up with their career numbers, so I'm staying away from it.
Okay, if you're staying away from that one, what about the Eagles and the Marines? Because obviously we went with the Eagles yesterday and they came up trumps.
Yeah, the Eagles destroyed in that matchup. That was one of the good things that happened this morning. But Hideki Wakui is going on the mound for Rakuten. He went 7 innings, 4 hits, just 2 runs, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, allowed a homer. But he's facing his former team. He pitched for the Marines last season. Now he's facing his former team. Now you ask, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Does he know these pitchers or these hitters from previous knowledge, or does he not? Or do the hitters know more about him? I would think that pitchers have more of an advantage in this type of setting. That's just me, though. And then for Lati, you have Kazuya Ojima on the mound. Ojima's a young pitcher. And he might be a little pressured against the Eagles. He's going up against one of the better hitting teams in the Pacific, the best hitting team in the Pacific, and one of the better teams in the MPB in terms of hitting. So, yeah, he went 7 innings or went 5 innings and just allowed 3 hits, but 4 runs, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks with a home run in that game. Yeah, I think he's going to feel a little pressured, so I'm going to go with the Eagles at minus 165 as an official play. Also lean towards over 9. I like this matchup for the Eagles against a young pitcher, going up against a veteran pitcher that's already been there, done that, and facing his former team.
I love the fact that the Marines went 6-0 last week against the Buffaloes, and it's welcome to the real world. The Rakuten Eagles have said, okay, here you go. No easy meat here. And the last one in the Pacific is the Lions and the Buffaloes. The Buffaloes were up plus 190 yesterday, probably around plus 100 with the plus 1.5, and they go down to the Lions by 1.
Yeah, now it's like plus 240 or something around there. The Buffalo's getting no love, and again, you look at it and say, yeah, there's so much value there, but this time I think that the Lions will win by multiple runs, so I'm going to go with the Lions at minus 1.5 with the juice around minus 125. Yu Suzuki is going for the Orix Buffaloes. He's a he pitched in relief in his first 2 outings this season. He'll get his first start with the Buffaloes now. In his 4 career games in the NPB, he has a 13.50 ERA. He's really just a minor league pitcher that's pitched in relief a couple times and got hit hard. He'll go up against Tatsuya Imai of the Cebu Lions. He had a horrible outing in his first outing, but again, you look at his career numbers; it's not nearly as bad. He is not a great pitcher. He's 12-15 in the NPB in his career. He allows about 5 runs per 9 innings. So again, this looks like an over game, which I would look at leaning over 9.5. But we took the over yesterday. Didn't hit. These the bats just didn't wake up, and yeah, I'd be scared about that because the Buffaloes their offense has been so bad as of late. So I would lean towards over 9.5. But my official play will be the Cebu Lions at minus 1.5, going up against a minor league pitcher.
Just let me digress just for a second, please, Jay. What about that pitcher that had not pitched for 10 years yesterday?
Yeah, but he only went 3 innings and then
his arm got a bit tired. So we'll see him in 2030.
But then also in that game, though, the Dinos did score 8 runs. Just the thing was, we didn't expect the Dinos to allow 10 runs. Right left the game, only allowing 2 or 3 runs or something like that, and the rest of the bullpen did that work. We expected Wright to go 6-7 innings in that game and cruise. So, yeah, at the end of the day, I think the Lions will definitely be able to win this game by multiple runs against a pitcher that's been so bad recently.
Excellent. Sorry for me digressing there, but it just came into my head. I thought, I wonder how that geezer got on, and I thought it was the Lottie Giants, and I thought he's only gone and won, but obviously. He only done a little bit. Central Division now. Remember, this is game 2 of 3. I'm going to start off with the Dragons and the Tigers.
Yeah, so I got an official play on this one, going with the Chunichi Dragons at minus 135, and I'd also lean towards over 7. The 7 is a little dicey there. It's a low number, and it's because Hanshin's just hitting 201 on the season. The Tigers have been awful offensively. They're just 2-8 on the season. And that's why I'm completely fading them in this matchup. Both these guys have first names of Takumi. So we got Takumi Akiyama and Takumi Yamamoto. Yamamoto for the Chunichi Dragons, he went 5 innings, allowed 5 hits and 3 runs in his first start, 4 strikeouts and 1 walk. And then Akiyama pitched really well. He went 6 innings, allowed 6 hits, no runs, 3 strikeouts, no walks. But Akiyama, not nearly as good in his career, had a really good outing against, I don't remember, I think he faced the Yakult Swallows in that one. They hit him pretty well in that matchup. He still allowed 6 hits in those 6 innings. He allowed no runs, but the Swallows, they were close to getting some runs. There were just no extra base hits in that one. I think the Dragons will be able to get some extra base hits in this game as they're hitting a lot better than the Swallows, and they're also hitting a lot better than the Tigers. Yamamoto struggled in his game against the Baystars, and we've always talked about the Baystars being the best offensive team in the NPB right now. If he struggles against the Baystars, he'll be fine against Hanshin. Because he only allowed 3 runs in that game against Hanshin. He'll probably allow 1 or 0 to 1. He's only played 11 games in his career in the NPB. He's a young guy. I think he's 20 years old. Has a 3.10 ERA. He'll be fine against Hanshin. So, Chunichi Dragons minus 135 is an official play.
Have we seen a total as low as 7 before, right across the board, every single league?
Yeah, we've seen it a couple times already in the NPB, but it's a little ridiculous. It's really because Hanshin's been so bad offensively. But at some point they're gonna have to start hitting the ball. I hope it's not this one, because I'm taking the Dragons. But I do think that eventually they'll figure out their offense.
Okay, so have you got a lean on the 7 on the total?
Yeah, I would go over. I mean,
Yeah, you
it's
got to,
just
ain't
so
you?
low. But
You
yeah,
got to.
I don't know though.
They say even a blind squirrel finds a nut at some stage, Jay. So listen, all they've got to do is got bat to ball, and then we'll a few home runs, and we'll go over the 7. 7 looks really low to me. What about the Swallows and the Carp, Jay?
Yeah, so we saw the Carp and Swallows were rained out this morning, so we had an official play on the Carp, and we couldn't get that. Now the Carp they're going to go with the same pitcher, Chris Johnson, but the Swallows are going to go with Albert Suarez. So now we are going to fade the walking fade in Gabriel Noah, but now they got Albert Suarez on the mound for the Swallows, and he's been a lot better than Noah. So I'm staying away from this game. I would lean towards Hiroshima at around minus 150 again. Also lean towards under 9. Suarez has only pitched in 5 games in the NPB in his career. He pitched 4 last season and 1 this season. In those 5 games, he has a 2-1 record and a 1.14 ERA. Chris Johnson has a lot more volume in the league, and he's pitched, a lot better with going 11-8 with a 2.59 ERA. He's 57-31 in his career. Yeah, so this one's tough. It's 2 really good pitchers. I was thinking about an official play under 9 in this one, but the Carp have been hitting the ball pretty well recently. It's a tough one. If you're going to make a play on it, I would probably recommend under 9, or even under 4.5 in the first 5. This is a tricky one for sure, but yeah, 2 good pitchers, couple good, batting. Tough one.
Okay, you take your time on that one. And the last one is the Giants versus the Baystars.
Yeah, this one we saw the Giants get the win over the Baystars this morning. I have to lean towards the Giants going minus 175 and winning this one as well. As a lean under 8.5, another lean. Christopher Caristomo will go on the mound for the Giants. He's got a 3.01 career ERA in the NPB. He was in the Tampa Bay Rays farm system from 2012-2015, but never made it into the majors with the Rays. Then Shuto Sakurai is going for the Baystars. He pitched really well in his first outing when just had 1 earned run in 4 innings, but he was taken out pretty early. He did have 6 strikeouts and 3 walks in that one, so he's really high on the strikeouts, really high on the walks as well. Tough one. Again, that's why I'm leaning towards Giants minus 175 and also leaning towards under 8.5 in this matchup.
Okay, Jay, can you give me your parlay, which has come from nowhere, a banker, although all your official plays are strong, and your official plays, please?
Yeah, so we're going to go with the parlay of Kia and NC at minus 127 as a parlay. And that's honestly the banker as well. I'm very confident in both these teams to get the job done.
A banker
against
parlay?
the poorer teams. Yeah, the banker parlay.
Calm yourself down.
You put those 2, and then you could put another third one on the banker or whatever. But yeah, I'm confident these 2. At the end of the day, these 2 teams were more than likely going to win this game. So, that's the banker. You would start your parlays with already 2 winners, and then if you want to find another third one, do that. But yeah, I mean, even really, the banker is just that parlay. Just do that and just be done. But you want to get a little crazy, go for it. But I'm very confident in those 2 teams. We also have the SK Wyverns at plus 1.5 in the first 5 innings at minus 182. In that one, we'll go the Selbu Lions minus 1.5 with the juice at minus 125 over the Orix Buffaloes. We'll go with the official play of the Rakuten Eagles minus 165 against the Lati Marines. As an official play, we'll also go with the Chunichi Dragons minus 135 as an official play against Hanshin Tigers.
Oh, you're on fire. Okay, now listen, if you like this video, and how can you not? Jay has just absolutely put on an absolute clinic, and that's 2 absolutes in the space of 2 seconds. Now, if you press the button and ring the bell, then we can notify you, and you will never miss any content again. And just here is a link in the description that can take you to Jay's articles. You have a good read on your baseball, but there's also other sports over there from other writers. Now, also on the way out, thumbs up. If you are going to subscribe for the very first time, then maybe put a little note in the chat. Again, shows your appreciation, but we like to integrate with you. So if you've got questions about anything, whether it be the US odds, the European odds, or anything like that, then just pop yourself in the chat. Because remember, Jay's our number one guest, but you're our second guest. And we love having you, and we really appreciate it. Jay, we go again tomorrow. Love having the banker parlay.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. But yeah, either one of those teams, if you want to just take one, take both, whatever, be my guess, because both those teams are absolutely going to win tomorrow morning.
There you go. It's been a crazy old day because we've had interesting, fun, absolutely great, and a banker parlay. I'll see you tomorrow. You take care.